Chapter 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. The fear of a king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoso provoketh him to anger sinneth against his own soul. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold, therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most men will proclaim every one his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? The just man walketh in his integrity, his children are blessed after him. A king that sitteth in the throne of judgment scattereth away all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? Divers weights and divers measures, both of them are alike abomination to the Lord. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure and whether it be right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord hath made even both of them. Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thine eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. If it is not, saith the buyer. But when he is gone his way, then he boasteth. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Take his garment that is surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with his lips. Whoso curseth his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. An inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee. Diverse weights are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? It is a snare to the man who devoureth that which is holy, and after vows to make an inquiry. A wise man scattereth the wicked, and bringeth the weal over them. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. Mercy and truth preserve the king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. The blueness of a wound cleanseth away evil, so do stripes the inward parts of the belly. Verse 1. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Basically, the advice is this. If you're going to drink alcohol, understand that if you drink wine, you'll be slightly drunk most of the time, and do stupid things. If you drink strong drink, many men tend to get angry and fight. And whoso is deceived, whoso thinks that anything that they do when they have been drinking is good or wise or intelligent or honorable, is not wise, because none of them are. It says here, the sluggard will not plow by, in verse 4, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. In other words, when you plow in the spring, the weather's cold out there. One of the things that you need to do is, as early as possible, before plants start growing, the weeds, you need to plow the ground so that they don't start growing, and that you can sow the seeds that you're going to have for a harvest. And if you don't sow when you're supposed to, there will be, it said, therefore shall he beg in harvest. In other words, when there's supposed to be a harvest, he will have nothing, and he will be out begging friends for something. He'll have nothing. A king that sitteth in the throne of judgment scattereth away all evil with his eyes. Interesting. Scattering away all evil with his eyes. As he's looking at things, there are two possible meanings for this. Means he drives away all evil with his eyes. In other words, if people are looking at him thinking this guy's really stupid, this is a terrible king, they're going to smile at the king. Oh yeah, they're not going to, okay? And, or he is going to think well of the people who are smiling at him. Could be either way. Verse 9, who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from sin? Well, nobody really can do that. Verse 11, even a child is known by his doings. When little children understand that other people will see what they do, it's amazing how wonderful little children can be. Basically, 13, love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. You know, if you want to stay in bed. Now, they've got to remember, this was a primarily agricultural society. They had long days. And if you wanted to have anything, it was a lot of work. Verse 14, it is not, saith the buyer, but when he is gone his way, then he boasteth. In other words, no, don't worry about it, it's fine by me. No, that's okay. But when he is gone on his way, then he boasts, hey, I got a really great deal. Yeah, or I got the best of him. People tend to do that. They want to give the impression that things are different than they really are. They don't tell you the truth honestly up front. Verse 17, bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. In other words, this again, you got to remember, this is imagery here. Bread of deceit, maybe taking advantage of somebody, maybe having an illicit relationship with some man's wife. Bread of deceit basically means doing anything underhanded, doing anything morally corrupt, deceiving people. Is sweet, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. In other words, you're going to have hard stones to chew, boy. It's going to be a tough thing. We would say maybe he has to eat crow. Gravel tougher to chew than crow. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets, therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with his lips. So you have somebody who's flattering you and trying to get you to tell them all kinds of things about everybody. Don't have anything to do with them. Because any secret you tell them will not be secret with them. They'll go tell everybody. Verse 22, say not thou, I will recompense evil. In other words, I'll get back at you for that. Or I'll get back at somebody for that. But wait on the Lord. He will save thee. The Lord will look after it in his own way, in his own time, and it will be always more exquisite than anything you could have done. A wise king scattereth the wicked and bringeth the wheel over them. In other words, he doesn't let wicked people get together as groups. Bringeth the wheel over them can have several meanings, but basically what it means is crushes them. Now, he doesn't necessarily do that physically, but he might do that by removing their wealth, by putting them someplace where they're on their own and don't have any close associates to ferment problems with. Verse 29, the glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is their gray head. Now, basically, it's living long enough to have gray hair in those days was a remarkable achievement. And so the gray head was supposed to be a symbol of wisdom. Obviously wasn't for everybody, but it could have been.